You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Good evening, everyone. We're back. Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Aaron's over here waving. Hello. I'm Brendon. Jason, the banana himself, he is here with us, but he ran out on an errand for Aaron to pick up soda.
I guess you could say it was an errand. That's one. I got two.
Oh, God, man. Oof. All right. So welcome, Claim Sale Show. We're having some fun. We'll be here until about 8 o'clock. So what we're going to do tonight is we have a lot of Sandman in celebration of the new Sandman TV show. But we are also going to finally get to those Iron Mans that I've been promising for, at this point, it's maybe going on 4 or 5 weeks. And I've not gotten to them yet. So other than a big keys and some valuable books, we're mostly going to do a lot of dollar books tonight. We're going to have a lot of dollar Iron Man books. And Sandman had a sister series in the late 90s called The Dreaming. Other than issue 1, that has a little bit of value, so that's not part of it. But every other copy of The Dreaming that we have is also going to be $1. So this is going to be a relatively affordable episode. So worst comes to worst, I hope you hang out with us and just, look at some really awesome Dave McKeon covers. We'll have some fun at Tony Stark's expense. But worst comes to worst, we get to listen to Aaron say more and more terrible puns that make me vomit in my mouth. So if you want to see that and you're curious, you stick around because we're going to be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Fat Jack's Comicrypt. We're hanging out. We're here. We are a claim sale show. So let's do a little bit of business real fast, and then we'll talk about what we're doing and what we have tonight. So first of all, like I said, claim sale show. So if any books up here you are interested in claiming and purchasing, please claim them in the chat. Be as specific as possible, especially when a lot of our books are the same book, same title. So we don't want any misunderstandings or anything like that. So if you can, be as specific as possible. If you are here local to our Philadelphia shop, which is where we are located right now in 95-degree, humid, soupy-ass weather, which is just choking the life out of me, you can pick up your books here. They'll be behind the register under your name, so just come on in, let whoever's behind the register know you got some books on hold, or maybe you're a subscriber, and they'll be here for you. If you are closer to our Oakland, New Jersey shop, we will send those books over there for you to pick up. And if at all possible, you are outside of the area and you need us to ship books to you, even if we've gotten your contact, let me roll this back. If you've never shopped with us before, we're going to need to get your contact and shipping information so we can get those books to you. And the best way to give us that information is to email us. And our email, as you see down there in the little chyron, is fjccshow@gmail.com. You can send an email to Al, say hello, tell him how sexy he looks. He loves compliments, especially about his body. But Al will get your shipping information. He'll send out the invoices, and we'll get those books to you. Now, last time I talked to Al, we're still doing shipping starts at $9 for the first item. And then every other item that you get after that, we're going to keep, it's not going to jump up in value that much. As I like to joke, we keep prices as low as possible, shipping, because we're not here to profit from that. We really just want to get these books to you. I'd much rather sell more books than try to gouge you with, shipping costs. But let Al handle that. So if you are shopping with us for the very first time, send him an email tonight or tomorrow. Let him know what you claimed, who you are, and all that kind of stuff. Your name and everything will be back here, and we'll set that all up and let Al know what's going on. But even if you have shopped with us before, Al, and we need to ship you those books, Al's going to obviously send you an invoice probably sometime in the beginning of the week. Again, we're trying to run a retail shop and keep our doors open. So any books that get claimed tonight, we would really like for them to be purchased within the next 10 days. If not, we're going to have to kind of put them back into rotation, especially some of these books that we have up here. We don't like to promote it too much, but some of these books are consignment, and some people are kind of maybe hoping to get a little bit of that cash. So we're all just trying to help people out. We're about to enter let's call it an uncomfortable period of time when it comes to our wallets. So let's all be, respectful to each other and help each other out. Let's think. If you want to follow us on social media, we're the best way and the most active is our Instagram page at the FJC Paradox. Also, I want to thank everybody, especially if you're tuning into us and you weren't there for the local show. I just want to reiterate, I am loving the mixes. You have all been such a great help. My buddy Roland, he is loving curating the mixes. He puts together some wild combinations. Like I've said before, he's trying to create weird alternate reality like film scores or like narratives or what have you. Again, even the power of story can be viewed in mixtapes. And in fact, I actually believe that mixtapes or creating mixes is an art form. You are trying to tell a story. You are trying to evoke emotions and to connect to your audience. And I'll be honest, there are plenty of songs, and this is no offense to anybody, again, like there's no high art, low art here, and the only way a song won't make it on a mix is if it's already been chosen. So there are plenty of songs that I'm not a fan of, but once they fall within the overarching narrative spine of the mix itself, I have found that I am enjoying a lot of music that I normally wouldn't. And the best of all, at least selfishly for me, don't forget to lock the door. Jason's back finally.
Zayden in the chat.
Zayden, what's up, buddy? But the best thing about the mixes so far is no matter what, there's at least one song for every mix I've never heard before, and I fall in love with it. Just in case something's happening in the chat. Just making sure we're not missing something.
I'm just grabbing songs.
Okay. All right, cool. Excellent. We really appreciate it. I think Kyle put the link to Volume 5, which was last week's mix. That's up. And if anyone, if you have a Spotify account, also Spotify is free, even though it kind of messes with the order. You can look up my buddy's profile, Roland Bale. That's one word, ROLANDVEIL. And in the public playlist, they will all be under the name The Latchkey Manifesto.
So the link that I've posted so far is number 4, because I didn't know if y'all had it from last week.
Okay.
In the second hour, I'll throw up number 5.
Yeah. So throw up 4 and throw up 5. Right, cool. Yeah, because it got a little thrown off when I was gone that weekend. Because he had finished the mix. And I thought about maybe holding off, but I was like, screw it. We'll let Aaron put the mix up while him and Mike are doing it. And so Mike could be like, what are you doing? You're like, we're doing a mix. And Mike's like, why? And because, I don't know, Brendon gets bored easily and he needs something to entertain him.
Let me have my joy, would you?
Also, the next thing is we do have a giveaway tonight. It's not a crazy giveaway or anything like that, but, for anyone who's curious, we are going to be giving away an ash can edition of the recent Dynamite series, Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids, number 1. I won't deny it. This combo of IPs was made for my 8-year. Oh, dude, it is just it was just downloading into my little 8-year-old self. Now the way. Yeah. You still have mad balls?
I have 2 of them.
Oh, dude, bring them out. We should hit them with each other.
The skeleton one, they only go like that far. Like,
But no, but they're soft. You can throw them.
no, you definitely.
Yeah.
But
So every time Aaron makes a really bad pun, we can just hit him with it. Anyway, let me just finish. So the best way to get into this to this giveaway is just whenever you claim a book, just say claim. Right? It's all there. Okay, good. So Kyle, our producer extraordinaire, is able to put your name into the proverbial hat. Right. I already forgot. I was like,
what's that word for a thing you wear on your head?
I was about to say roulette wheel. I was like, what? What's the
Proverbial roulette wheel.
What's the roulette up your butt?
And around the corner too.
All right. So if anyone, hey, even if you're not interested, who knows? You might win this beautiful Mad Balls vs. Garbage Pails Ashcan edition. Now, like I said on the cold opening, the 2 titles we are going to, 3 titles technically, that we're primarily going to try to get through before the end of this tonight's show is the Sandman issues that we have, the Dreaming issues that we have, and the aforementioned Invincible Iron Man books that I've said many times, I've teased for, it's got to be over a month at this point, and I still haven't rolled them out. And if we're lucky, if we get through all of these, if we even maybe get to the Justice League, Gift and DeMatteis, I'm going to be out of books. Like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week or what I'm going to be selling. I mean, for all you know, I'm going to pull out a lot of Ultraverse comics and Malibu comics. Ooh. And we're going to have a nice little trip down 90s nostalgia lane. Who's looking for some hard case?
Some old school Dark Horse comics?
Yeah, maybe some world's greatest comic universe.
I got Concrete right here.
I got you, Concrete.
I got the Concrete.
All right.
Like we don't have a concrete plan. Would you just sit down and stop talking?
But we gave him permission by saying he had to wait until.
And I've regretted every second of it.
God, I don't know. Should we encourage him? Should we
I think
stamp down on it?
I think we need a whip.
Do we need to take a break so we can recover?
What was that, Kyle?
Do we need to take a break so we can recover from that?
Yeah. Because, like I said,
at the end of the show,
I literally vomit comes up my throat. I'm like, that is true. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we have to be really careful how much we bully him because we are 2 heterosexual white dudes.
Yeah, he's not acting right.
Remember your place, Aaron. Remember your place.
2/3 of the vote is not yours.
Yes. Hey, if you don't remember your place, don't worry. I'll build a statue just to remind you of your historical context.
In case anyone get mad, it's on jest.
Oh, yeah. We are a show of satire. Oh, and also, anything that comes out of my mouth does not represent Fat Jack's or the experience.
Don't worry, guys, I'm not pressed.
So, just letting it out there. All right, okay. So, I think we played some games, so let's try to sell some comic books. Now, we just started this on a local show, so let me just quickly, for anyone who's joining us on the experience for the first time today, I want to let you know we have 4 big keys in regards to the Sandman series. Now, we might get lucky. I don't know. I'm not promising anything. I'm just teasing the possibility. My little buddy, the 5th Dimensional Imp CD, might hand me almost a full run of Sandman for next week, which would include issue 1, issue 4, issue 8, and issue 10. And if you don't know what those 4 issues are, I'll tell you what makes them key. Actually, there's a few things, but let me give you the heavy hitters. Issue 1, first appearance of Dream, Morpheus, so on. Issue 4, first appearance of Lucifer. Issue 8, first appearance of Death. And issue 10, first appearance of the Corinthian. If you don't know who any of those characters are, read Sandman or tune into the Netflix series, which Jason's about 4 episodes in. He seems to be really enjoying it. Aaron has watched the first episode. He's a thumbs up. I've watched the first episode. I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to continuing. The other show that I'm hoping to check out at some point, that Jason just finished was Paper Girls, right?
Yep.
And he seemed to really enjoy it.
I enjoyed that one too.
So like I said to the chat, if anyone's started watching the Sandman series, if anyone's watched Paper Girls, and you want to just avoiding any spoilers just in case. But we're always open to hear your opinions and how you're feeling about certain stuff. So there you go. Thank you, Kyle. There you are. The sleeping sickness. You slept through it all.
What does that have to do with Sandman? Why is he saying that? That doesn't make any sense.
There's somebody who lied about watching the show.
Morpheus, that's the guy from Diablo.
Wait,
I
so-
remember that game.
Wait, The Matrix?
You're telling me this Sandman show is just a ripoff of Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
You got it. You called it, Aaron. Actually, I think it's a ripoff of
kidding.
iCarly.
No, I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure Shark Boy and Lava Girl is a ripoff of the Sandman.
That's an interesting thing that's happening.
You mean the controversy
Oh,
of the actress that came out? And
it's no shock that there's controversy in a.
here,
It's no shock.
let's just say this: when you have corporations whose main money-making schemes are based on exploiting children, shock of all shocks, they grow up and become adults and look back at their childhood.
I know, but just more
Maybe they don't really.
It may attract people that are of questionable nature.
Sure, yeah.
Wasn't
Like
her mom like awful too?
they
Yeah,
always
yeah,
are.
Like the mom, like the
Any
Remember
parent
Toast
that
Boss?
forces their child into acting at a young age is a bad parent.
Those kid pageants.
Let's all right. Let's roll back. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We're about to really just. You know how easy it is for me to digress. Okay. All right. So the big 4 keys that we have up here right now is, first up, Sandman number 13, part of the Dollhouse storyline. This is a very fine at $25. The first appearance of Lady Johanna Constantine, the ancestor of my boy John Constantine, and the first appearance of Hob Gadling, an immortal man who will become one of the very few friends that Morpheus has. Next up is issue number 21. That is a very fine copy at $15, and it is the first appearance of another member of the Endless family. The first appearance of Delirium, aka Delight.
It's a pretty good year.
Oh, Delirium? Oh, yeah, with the pink elephants?
Yeah.
We've had this conversation on this show before. Yes.
I felt like
I've
there
read
was
the
a
big
time warp.
elephant thing before.
Yes.
There's a time warp thing. I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah, I'm
me.
pretty sure you were riding a pink elephant during the show.
Pretty sure.
So,
Pretty
I'm not
sure.
surprised you don't remember. Next up is part of the Seasons of Mist storyline. This is issue number 22. First appearance of Mazikeen. Mazikeen is the right-hand demon of Lucifer, the one with the really messed up half of her face. And she is an amazing character in Mike Carey's Lucifer comic book series. But the reason why this book, even as very fine, is a $30 book, it is the first appearance of the baby Daniel. Now, again, it's a sort of a spoiler, but I'm not going to explain much more than this. The reason why a baby is one of the most important, significant characters introduced in the Sandman mythos, it is because, for whatever reason, later on, he will become the second Dream. All right, so that is issue number 22, very fine, $30. And
in your dreams.
there you go, in your dreams. What was the joke? Get out of my dreams and into my car. Yeah, whatever.
That song is questionable.
Oh, God. There's a lot of. Actually, there was a movie based off of that song. Well, really just the line. Do you know who there were 2 famous 80s teenage actors, and then it was an early appearance of a actress who would become very big in the 90s and early 2000s. It was the Coreys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and an early appearance of Heather Graham. I think it's called Get Out of My... Gary, where are you? I need to know a movie title.
Gary just left for a business call.
Damn, I lost Gary.
Just like
Like, I think it's like, I think it's Get out of my car into my dreams, or just look it up. Look up Heather Graham with Corey's. Anyway, this is issue number 25 of Sandman. This is an interlude in the Seasons of Mist storyline. This is a very fine minus copy, and it's $30. And you're like, Brendon, why is that very fine minus still worth $30? It is because it is the first appearance of the Dead Boy Detectives.
License to drive?
License to drive. Thank you. Yeah, license it. And let's be honest. There's a questionable moment in that movie where Heather Graham passes out, and let's just say one of the Coreys learned from maybe an adult in their own life how to. Yeah, I don't even need to say it.
Was your guy named
Snag
Michael?
school kids. Stay in school.
That's not fun. That's not fun. That's just good advice.
Yeah, just good advice. Yeah.
Just giving out good advice.
Aaron,
more like giving up a fun. He's giving out good advice.
Where's our PSA rainbow? And now you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. That's right.
What was it, NBC or CBS or something?
I think it was NBC, yeah, because they're the rainbow.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are our 4 big keys of the Sandman series. If you have any questions about them, let me know. If not, let us burn through. Now, these are all of the Sandman issues that we have at the moment. Okay? So, first up, now this is part of the Doll's House. So this is issue number 15. This is a very fine plus $7. Oh, did somebody claim 22? There you go. First appearance of Daniel. Thank you very much. So yeah, this is part of the Dollhouse storyline. The Dollhouse storyline was a really cool storyline. It's the serial killer convention. And it's exactly the way it sounds. Wow. It's really cool. So issue number 15, very fine plus, $7. All right. Now we get into one of my very favorite single issues of Sandman. A Dream of 1,000 Cats. So this is issue number 18, part of the Dream Country storyline. This is a very fine plus, it's $7. But this is pretty much, the idea is that the cats used to run the world. And so every time you see a cat sleeping on your lap or in the windowsill, they're trying to dream themselves back into dominance.
It was a perfect world.
What do you mean, Mama? I can't.
That's not, like, we haven't even gotten to our first break.
Oh, speaking of which, it's time for a break.
Oh, it's time for a break?
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's do a break and we'll come back and we'll do more Sandman.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, hello there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Brendon, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Compa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in to minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadets.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectibles.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales.
Who would win, Batman or Superman? It's the age-old debate, except it's so much more complicated than that. Nerd Killer Warfare every week on The Experience is your chance to debate other nerds in the questions we've all been asking for years, except we take those debates and turn them up to 11. Go to bit.ly/EXP casting or scan the QR code to be part of the show.
His wife was part of the we're back. We're not talking about anything controversial because we're non-controversial. We're a family show.
There's a snake in my boot.
You know what? I did not like the Buzz Lightyear. I liked Buzz Lightyear.
The Lightyear movie. You watched it?
Yeah.
It looks like it could be fun.
It's a fun, like.
I don't care that he has two mothers.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah. What? Yeah, people were very mad at it because he has two mothers.
Yeah.
It's that word I don't like because, in my opinion, it's coded racist language. Starts with a W.
Double the milks. I think
it wouldn't be as creepy.
Kyle's just messing
with
me.
The
fingers. The fingernails. I'm just saying. The hand finger thing you did.
It'd be so much creepier if you were just like, nails.
All I'm saying is,
All right, so Sandman. All right, so next up is a very controversial issue, not for anything that actually happens in the book. It's just there are a lot of people who believe in art that there is a high standard and a low standard. And when it came to the old Hugo Sci-Fi Award for literature, there were a lot of writers that look at comic books as low art, like literally trash, garbage art. Well, guess what? Just like Hachiro Otomo did to the Japanese stuck up their own butts sci-fi award when Domu, the very first manga to ever win a literature award in Japan. Well, guess what? Sandman issue number 19 is the very first comic book to win a literature award in science fiction fantasy. And let me tell you, a lot of people got very... What's the term I can use that isn't too offensive? Butthurt. No, I thought butthurt would be offensive because there's an implication that it doesn't matter. We'll talk to you some other time about it. All right, the Experience used it, so it all works.
Not like that. You got spanked.
But they got very upset that a comic book won. Well, guess what? You're a bunch of old dumb men, so go away. This issue deserved to win it. This was the beginning. If anyone ever read The Sandman, who knows if the show will do it because it might be too complicated. But Sandman makes a deal with a young, unsuccessful, terrible writer named William Shakespeare. And Morpheus says, I will make you an amazing writer. You just have to write 2 plays specifically for me. The first one was Midsummer's. Oh my God. Midsummer's Night. Right? Like I'm having like a thought that that's not
A Midsummer's Night Dream.
Thank you. Midsummer Night. That's why it's called Dream Country. Midsummer's Night's Dream. Oh my God. Some days I wonder if I'm just not made for this. So that was the first play, and that appears in this issue right here, issue number 19. And then the second play is the very final issue of Sandman, Sandman number 75, where Shakespeare writes his final play, The Tempest. Now, there's a lot of allegory in regards to Midsummer Night Dream and The Tempest in relation to Sandman and Morpheus's character arc and stuff. But Gary's not here, so I'm not going to bore anybody with a bunch of talk about Victorian playwrights.
The show is only doing issues 1 through 10.
Well, the first season, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense because that's the most linear. I'm hoping that the show is successful enough because once you get past that stuff gets really weird. So here we go, Dream Country. Now, regrettably, this is a VG minus copy at $3. So it's cheap, too. Issue number 20, Facade, part of the Dream Country storyline. This is a very fine plus at $7. And this is the issue that deals with the female metamorpho. And I'm just going to let you know, this issue is sad. All right. Next, I think she just keeps like,
her bag or
like
something?
her bag hits it or something.
Should I just go stand there
And just stare at it? Oh, do we want to make them? Wait, hold on. I gotta really think this through. How badly do we? I know you'll do it, but
like, pay for this too. Oh, you know.
Nah, let's not be asses about it. Unless the chat wants us to make the couple really uncomfortable who are standing out having a conversation at our window, and we'll send Aaron over there to do that.
I hope they're breaking up. That'd be the worst.
Oh, could you imagine?
Worse.
Oh, good fun. Oh, no, he's not breaking up. He's not.
They're having a great old time.
No, it's your first date. Just as long as they don't start making out.
Then we definitely have to. Definitely. No, that guarantees.
All right. Let's move. We are not doing we have already gone through a break. We haven't even made it through all the Sandmans.
Hurry, go.
I don't think we're going to get to the Ironmans. So I'm going to be really fast. Okay, so boom. If you have any questions about what any of these books are and you want me to talk more about them, let me know. If not, let's sell some books. So, Sandman, number 23, part of the amazing Seasons of Mist storyline where Lucifer closes up hell and hands Morpheus the key. This is issue number 23, a very fine at $5. Issue 24, very fine, $5. Issue number 26, we're still part of the Seasons of Mist storyline, very fine minus $4.50. Issue number 27. These are just gorgeous Dave McKean covers, who did all of the Sandman covers. This is a very fine at $5. If you like Dave McKean's art style, look up the artist Baron Story. He influenced Dave McKean, Bill Sienkiewicz, George Pratt, Kent Williams, some of the best like multimedia painters that the comic book industry has ever had. Almost all were influenced by the artist Baron Story. Issue number 28, very fine plus, $5. And now we move into the Distant Mirrors storyline, where we're going to learn about Morpheus' son. We're going to learn about how Julius Caesar used to rape his nephew, Augustus Caesar. Yep. We also get into the story of the mayor of San Francisco. And if you think that is a fictional character, Google the mayor of San Francisco. No. The emperor. Yeah. The emperor of San Francisco. Thank you. Because the mayor of San Francisco.
They go, what do you want from me?
Yeah,
Google would go, all right, bud.
I don't get it. But the emperor of San Francisco. It was an actual thing. Issue number 29, very fine plus, $5. Issue number 30, the aforementioned the rape of. There's a reason why Julius really wanted his 13-year-old nephew to go on tour.
An actual emperor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you thought I made that up?
What in the?
This is issue number 30, very fine plus, $5. Issue number 31, the aforementioned Emperor of San Francisco storyline. Issue number 31, very fine plus, $5. And now we get into A Game of You. Now this is one of those stories where Morpheus barely shows up, but it shows how potent the Sandman mythos was and how like just varied and interesting Neil Gaiman's series was. So a game of you, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue number 33, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue number 34, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue number 35, Very Fine Plus, $4. And issue number 36, Very Fine Plus, $4. Oh, and issue number 37, part 6 of a game of you that I was about to skip over. Very Fine Plus, $4.
Sandman 19 was played.
Oh, 19. All right. That's $3 too. So it's not a great story. Great story. All right. So there's our game of views. Let's throw them up there. And now we move into the Convergence storyline. Yes?
The person who claimed this is asking if it's the misprint issue. I don't think so.
It's $3. It's not. I'm sorry. It is not the misprint. The misprint issue is like $100.
I'm standing right here. I've been all over it.
No. Believe me, I looked, and every time I open up a Sandman 19 I've never seen before, I hope it's a misprint. I've never actually seen a misprint.
So what's the deal with this?
Oh, so the first 3 pages. Is it the third? Okay, there's 2 misprints that occur in 2 Sandman issues. One of them is the first 3 issues, all the ink is blue. Or not 3 issues, 3 pages. All the ink is blue. And then one of them, the misprint is page 18 and page 20 face each other in a way that they're not supposed to. So 19, I can't.
Face yourself. Anyway, if you're gonna recall comics.
Oh, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. So yes, so 19 is the page 18 and 20 face each other. Mark, they already left. Let me know. Does anyone remember? Is it issue 18 or 17 or maybe 20, where it's the first 2 or 3 pages, 19. The ink. No, 19 is
19's the 2 pages.
So it's 18, I think. Yeah, it's 18 with the cats.
I remember when
That's right.
Yeah, I remember when it came
Oh yeah, you absolutely remember when it came out because you were definitely born at that time.
Go spec that, would you?
You weren't even
my legs, man.
You weren't even alive for 9/11.
Yes, I was. I mean,
barely.
I was alive. I was like, you existed.
You were suckling on the teat of your mother.
You existed for 9/11. First of all, I wasn't breastfed. Second of all, I was like 4.
We're already we're learning things. Don't worry. Were you ever breastfed? I was a formula baby.
No, I was a formula baby.
Yeah, I was a formula. But you were a formula baby at a time where being a formula baby wasn't a good thing anymore. Like I was a baby of the late 70s, early 80s. Formula was like the thing.
You gotta give a kid formula.
You gotta give him formula. Just fluoride in the water.
Well, I mean, fluoride in the water.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's just go. Issue number 38, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue number 39, Very Fine Plus, $4. And issue number 40, Very Fine Plus, $4.
I just remember taking Swish. Mark sent a little paragraph about like the printing thing. If you're curious.
Oh, cool. I mean, is it a paragraph that everyone could read, or is it like a late? Yeah. Okay, cool. No. Yes, thank you very much, Mark. We really appreciate that. So anyone who's interested more in what Mark and I are talking about, much to the chagrin of everybody else, is like, what the hell are they talking about?
75?
We do not have 75. But, I don't know, maybe next week we'll have 70. Now, knowing CD, he'll have like the first 30 issues, then he just decided to stop buying it for whatever reason. Dude, it is funny. Whenever he brings up like his collection, he'll have like every issue up to a major key and every issue after the major key. But for whatever reason, he just doesn't have the major key.
His soul told him to avoid the money.
Well, I would think a fifth dimensional imp would have, like, because again, time has no meaning. So he would be able to see, like, oh, that book's going to be worth something one day. Maybe I should buy it. All right, here we go. Now we're beginning the Brief Lives storyline where Sandman goes on a road trip with his sister Delirium. First appearance, Delirium. And they go on a road trip of, you guessed it, America.
I was going to say the mind, but okay.
All right, so issue number 41, Very Fine Minus, $3. Issue number 42, Very Fine Plus, $5. Issue number 43, Very Fine Plus, $4. And then we get up to the rest. Now, I think we're missing an issue in here, which sucks. It'd be nice if we got a whole full run, but we don't. Twinkle's a nice word. So is Viridian. The perils of smoking in bed. Oh, yeah, this is a good issue. And again, if you don't know who Baron's story is, you better believe Dave McKeon was definitely like, manifesting a Francis Bacon meets Baron's story. That's for sure. All right, so this is issue number 44. Very Fine Plus, $4. Now we jump to issue number 48. Very Fine, $3.50. And the final part of the Brief Lies storyline, illustrated by Jill Thompson. Very Fine, $3.50. And then we get one of the single best Sandman issues, illustrated by the incomparable P. Craig Russell. This is the Sandman Distant Mirrors Ramadan, all about the rise and fall of Baghdad.
So interesting. So
Arabia.
Sandman's basically like.
Very Fine Plus, $6. Yes.
So Sandman's basically like, hey, like human history.
Watch
me proceed to be incorporated.
Because Sandman is about story. It is about myth. It is about, because let's be honest, what is history but just stories that we're telling each other?
It's gotta be. There's gotta be like a King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table one, right? No.
Nah, he went a little bit more like dark fantasy stuff. Yeah. Like I don't know. There's not
that was
much.
a cool idea though.
Yeah, like
maybe Morpheus can like pretend to be
here.
Berlin.
How about what's it? Can I get Sandman number? Yes, you can get Sandman number 13, gentleman whose name I don't know. There you go.
What a dumb last name.
And now, just to prove my point, that the entirety of Sandman is about the power of story. What is this? Reading 41. It syncs up in a really. All right. Kyle, is that coming from you, or did someone? I'll have to try that. 41 to 43. Listen to Graceland.
I was gonna.
All right.
I was gonna make a joke about listen to Dark Side of the Moon backwards, and Sandman makes sense. But Kyle gets done.
It's very much the same concept, Jason.
Oh, that was the real thing now.
I gotta break in 3 or 4 minutes.
All right, so here, let me just get through the rest of these real fast. All right, so to prove my point that Sandman was always about story, the penultimate storyline before the Kindly Ones, and the Kindly Ones is the storyline where it all just blows up, everything comes to a head. The World's End is about different characters finding themselves at an inn in a bar at the literal end of the world. And the only price of admission is you got to tell a story. And the stories are weird, creepy,
Sounds like
moving.
Douglas Adams at the end of the restaurant at the end of the universe kind of thing. Terry Pratchett.
No, again, Neil Gaiman comes from Neil Gaiman definitely, even though his stuff tends a little bit more to the darker fantasy stuff than Pratchett and Adams, they definitely are British fantasy humorous contemporaries. Yes, absolutely. There's no doubt that the World's End is not some original, new, never been thought before concept.
Is this like Shaun of the Dead in the bar type of thing?
Sort of, except they tell stories instead of fight zombies. So issue 51, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue 53, Very Fine Plus, $4. Issue 54, Very Fine Plus, $4. Now this is a cool one because this is the one that Mike Allred draws, where Neil Gaiman and Mike Allred bring back the old 60s DC character, Prez, the youngest president ever. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's funny because there's a spin-off one-shot when they were doing one-shots of different Sandman characters where Ed Brubaker writes a Perez one-shot, the youngest president ever. Anyway, issue 54, Very Fine Plus, $4.
You could say it was unprecedented.
And now we're starting into, we're getting into the Kindly One stuff, but we're not going to fully go there. Sandman 55, Very Fine Plus, $4. And now I need to really quick, before we go to break, I need to talk about this issue. So in the 90s, we always like to joke about one thing that really defined comic books in the 90s was their gimmick covers. gimmick covers left and right, and most of them were just that. They were gimmicks. They didn't really have much to do with the actual stories that they were talking about and all that kind of stuff. And one imprint that never did a gimmick cover ever was Vertigo, except one exception. And that is the Sandman special Orpheus, all about how he failed his son. Oh yeah, spoiler, Morpheus is a terrible father. Man, all these reasons why I love this book. But at first you're saying, Brendon, I don't get it. What's the gimmick? There's no holofoil, there's no chromium, there's no die cut, there's nothing. No, what it is it's glow in the dark. Whoa. But Dave McKeon, being an actual artist and not a hack, the glow in the dark, actually, when you see the glow in the dark, the image changes because Orpheus has to go into hell where you see different shadows and different things. And so when you bring this book into the darkness, this face, this image pulls itself from out of the shadows and it stares at you and goes, "We all die one day." And with that, very fine plus of $5 and time for a break.
There's a super. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Far enough. Sandman is brilliant.
Outside of Lucifer, the TV show,
and
all Bad Omens and all that stuff, my Sandman knowledge is Constantine. My Sandman knowledge is low. That TV show, Netflix, I'm like, this is great.
All right, well, how about this? This is, I don't offer this to many people, so Aaron, I'm sorry, I'm not offering this to you. I don't trust you yet.
That's fine. I like Dance Mom. That's my favorite.
Anyway, go on, please.
Kyle,
I
have the hardcovers of Sandman, and I have the Lucifer softcover omnibuses. If you really genuinely want to sit down and read them, I will lend them to you.
I may have to pick you up on that
Because
You can run away from me. I literally can't. I work here.
No, I know,
That's
but
where I live.
like
That matters.
I don't lend my comic again, especially because some of these books actually become valuable. And yet I have friends who are like, "Oh, can I borrow this?" I'm like, "No, you break the spine.
You'll never bring it back either.
Yeah, that's
So, real quick, while you're talking about this, if it helps, Jason, get the audiobook from Audible. It's phenomenal. And read the.
He's got to read the comic.
No. This is what I'm saying. And read the comic along with it.
Oh, do they do like a video kind of thing?
With a few exceptions of where Neil Gaiman has to sort of narrate what's in the panel in the audiobook.
Okay.
It's almost a word for word adaptation.
Really? Is the Justice League still in it? Or did they cut that out?
I haven't quite gotten that far in my
That
reading
would
them
have been
along.
like 5. So it would have been really early.
Now, the audiobook still features John Johns.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
So,
okay.
But I haven't gotten to how directly does that mesh up.
So that's literal. Okay. That's interesting. But Jason, honestly, like, you've got to read Sandman. I will lend it to you. And if you dig it as much as I hope you will, the one thing that a lot of Sandman fans just are sleeping on, and I don't understand, I would argue, Mike Carey's Lucifer, the spiritual sequel to Sandman, you can make an argument, might be better than Sandman.
Fight.
No, I'm just because again, Mike Carey understood what the power of Sandman was. It's about story. It's about creativity. It is about creating worlds and narratives. And who is one of the greatest creators in mythology?
God. Sorry.
The Morning Star. Lucifer. I mean, he is the engine and fire of creation. Like Michael is the will of God. Like, so Lucifer is the artist.
He's like China. He makes everything.
No, stop it. You're really killing my flow, brother.
I'm trying to get a vibe. I've never read it before.
No, but like Morning Star, outside of like weird, like the devil in it, Morning Star is actually a tragic figure. Like he was set up to fail by his father. You know,
which is why
like
the TV show Lucifer.
Yes, yeah, and it's why Neil Gaiman's Lucifer is one of the greatest interpretation of that character because he's not a good guy or a bad guy. He's a guy. He is who he is. And what I loved, especially what Mike Carey really developed, was this idea that like Lucifer and Michael are like, you know, they're both beloved by dad. But like, even though Lucifer is abandoned and expelled and stuff, and Michael even admits it. He's like, he loved you more than me. Like, it's why he did what he. And so what I'm getting at is the idea. So Lucifer, at least within the Sandman mythos, or in certain kinds of mythological concepts, Lucifer is the artist. It is the fire of creation. Michael is the will of God. So what Lucifer does is he creates the clay, and then Michael shapes it. Does that make sense? We're like I'm a big idea guy, and I need a person who takes my ideas and actually makes them real, but I've never met that person.
We need a producer.
Stan Lee.
Jack Kirby.
Yeah, okay. Well, the problem with that is Jack Kirby was the will and the imagination.
Jack Kirby and Jack Kirby.
There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Aaron. All right. But so anyway, even though I just ruined minutes and minutes, we just lost a few people, as I'm just telling my friend that I'm willing to lend him books. Because, and in fact, Jason, you're one of the only people I'm going to say this to. You have a lot of gaps in your comic knowledge. Well, don't worry, because if you want, I'm your fountain of knowledge. All right?
I've been saying that since day one.
I don't know. Have you?
Please.
All right, but we'll work it out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can't borrow it unless you intend to read.
Oh no, absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's the only thing. Okay. So we haven't gotten to the Iron Mans yet. So let's go through these dreamings really fast. So a few years after Sandman ended, Neil Gaiman obviously wasn't coming back, but Vertigo didn't want to let it go, and Gaiman gave the A-OK before Lucifer. He gave the A-OK for Vertigo to create a sort of a spiritual sister book called The Dreaming. And The Dreaming is pretty much an anthology series that ran for about 60 issues, which is that's a long time. Sandman only got 15 issues and like a special. And so there'd be a different creative team every like 3, 4, 5 issues, and it would focus on different supporting characters from The Dreaming. Cain and Abel, Merv the Pumpkin Man, Lucian the Librarian, the Corinthian, Blob and Glut, or whatever the nightmares were. All these different characters. Noala, she's the little fairy and stuff like that. And more importantly, the one thing that we did get with The Dreaming is 60 Dave McKeon covers, which are just amazing. Now, again, for you speculators out there, don't sleep on this series. All right, if the Sandman show is good, and we know how Netflix is, they want to keep making money, and there's a lot of sister series and mini series from other characters. Don't be shocked if you hear them developing some other mini series or something based on these kinds of characters. Now, the one book from The Dreaming that actually has a teeny bit of value is issue number 1. With, if you've seen the show, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's Goldie right there. Even Jason went like, what? Oh, what's up, Duke? What's up, buddy? All right, so this is Dreaming number 1 by Terry Laban and Peter Snageberg. This is a high-grade copy at $6. Now, from this point forward, every copy of The Dreaming, they're all high grades and they're all $3, but I'm selling them tonight for $1 each. Okay, so I'm going to burn through these. Now, I do not have a full run. It's a pretty extensive run, but we're missing the last like 9 issues, and we're missing a couple issues in between. So I'm going to be as fast as possible. So it's going to be a little bit of a lightning round of The Dreaming. So here we go. Now, again, every one of these is $1, so I'm not going to say the price of the grade. They're all high grade, and they're all $1, okay? So issue number 2. Number 3. I am going to linger so we can take a look at these covers because they are beautiful. Mad Hetty. Did they introduce Mad Hetty? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Issue number 6. God, I love these covers. Issue number 7. 8. 9.
Is 10 next?
88. No, it's issue 10. I just can't give Jason I can't give him any satisfaction. It just like goes against my entire like philosophy in life. Issue 11. Good. I'm glad I talked over Aaron. I didn't even hear it. Jason heard it. You hear that groan? Issue number 12.
Part of me died inside.
Oh, okay. Now we are missing 13, 14. But boom, one of the greatest Sandman characters of all time, Merv the Pumpkinhead. And I love that cover. Love that cover. That's issue 15. Don't do it, dude. Hold back. 16. Right. All right. Now we're missing 17, 18, and 19. So we're at 20.
Merv the Pumpkinhead has nothing to do with the Pumpkinhead movie.
No, of course not. No. Do you know who voices Merv the Pumpkinhead in the TV show? I'll give you a hint. He's a very famous voice actor. Issue 21.
Yeah, Jason, you should.
And if you know it, Aaron, don't say it. I want Jason to get it.
What happened? I missed it.
Do you know who the voice of Merv the Pumpkinhead in the TV show is? Okay, I don't. Or you don't know, so I can give you hints. Issue 23. I'll give you a hint. It's a man.
Oh shit.
Issue 24. He's probably been a more successful voice actor than he was a movie actor, but he was a main character in one of the most famous movies ever. Issue 25.
Luke Skywalker.
Yes, Mark Hamill. Yeah, good one. Mark Hamill does the voice of Merv the Pumpkinhead.
Really? He does the Joker like every other movie.
Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, thank you. Issue 26.
I'm just saying, you can't be walking.
Issue 29. Issue 31, another fun little Merv the Pumpkin. Now this one actually, it's still $1, but this is a big, thick one, which is why it's $5, because you have multiple different short stories in this issue.
Do you have to have any prior knowledge?
No, yeah. Issue 32. No, most of these are written that like 33, 34, 35, 37. I'm telling you, even $1, these books are worth it just for the covers and hang them up on your wall. Like honestly, these are just
How many is there?
38. We only got a couple more left, and then we're going to do just Iron Man. 39.
I'll take 1 through 10 if they're up there.
40. Hold on. We might actually have 1 through 10. 45. 47.
We could, but one of us has
48.
I'm pretty sure it's not me.
49. I love that cover. Love it. And issue 51. That is the final one we have. There we go. Aaron,
1 through 10,
you really want one? All right.
Yeah.
1, 2,
They're $1, right?
3. Oh, we're missing issue 4. Is that a deal code?
I know.
It's not going to be hard.
Give me
to
up
find.
to 10.
7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, buddy. Cool. All right, so. Okay.
Gotcha.
Because they're already
But then that would, yeah,
insanely discounted. Okay, I just want to. Again, I want to be fair, but at the same time, like, let's. Mike still has to pay rent. All right. So. All right. If anyone has any questions about, we have 2 first appearances left over for our Sandman keys. That's issue number 21, first appearance of Delirium. And we also have issue 25, first appearance of the Dead Boy Detectives. We have a good run of Sandman up here. And we had our nice run of The Dreaming, all for $1 each. So if anyone has any questions or you're curious, let me know. If not, we're pretty much going for this last hour of the show here. We're going to do it. It's happening. It's finally happening. We're going to finally get through these damn Iron Man comics.
Copyright strikes.
Boy, that was hard.
I don't get the fun. I mean, I understand iron, but
it's
like,
hard.
I don't know. You gotta have like.
You guys tried too hard.
Yeah.
It was a reach. It was a reach, brother.
Listen. In flow.
You guys have, humor made of iron. So what can I say?
Okay. All right. So
Don't worry, I'm gonna iron out the.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do for anyone who didn't see our local show, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 Iron Man kind of keys. They're not part of the $1. Okay. So let me just first run through these really fast, just so you're aware of them, and then we'll get to the $1 Iron Mans. We'll have some fun. We'll joke around about Tony Stark and his alcoholism, because there's nothing funnier than alcoholism.
And ruining your life and families.
Oh, yeah. Definitely forget ruining your life. It's the ruining of your family's life, especially the trauma and damage you will do to your children that they will 40 years later be whining about on a live stream comic book sales show.
Don't worry, friends and family will never forget anything you've
Hey, I
done.
played a character like that in D&D. His name was Jack Daniels.
Okay. All right. So these are the keys real fast. Iron Man 225, part 1 of the Armor Wars storyline. This is a VG plus, $7. Issue 219, the first appearance and first cover appearance of The Ghost. That's a VG at $5. Issue 200, the first appearance of the Ironmonger armor, but he didn't wear it for long because this is also the issue where Tony Stark comes back as Iron Man, and it is the death of Obadiah Stane, who was the Ironmonger. And if you don't know who that character was, that was the character Jeff Daniels played in the original Iron Man
Tony Stark
movie.
pulled this in a game.
So this is a mid-grade at $6.
What movie are you talking about?
I know.
Original Iron.
Issue 161, newsstand edition, fine minus, $4. Iron Man teams up with Moon Knight to fight water.
I hate that it's wet.
Dude, when I was a kid at the shore, like all the other kids would play together, I'd be the idiot who would go out into the waves and I'd pretend that I was like Namor and I was like fighting like a Tuma or Orca or something. I would like punch the waves, and sometimes I let the waves knock me down. You know,
that explains it.
Oh, trust me, I'm not a cool guy.
That's what explains
Like,
it.
I'm going to let you all know. Nobody up here, especially this guy, is a cool guy. I am a weird little dorky kid, that is for sure. Issue 99, newsstand, Rocket to Doomsday, mid-grade, $6.
Really wasn't waiting for that.
And Iron Man Annual number 5, VG Plus, $7. Iron Man goes to Wakanda, an appearance by Black Panther, appearance by the Mandarin, but also Madam Slay resurrects the dead Killmonger. That is a VG Plus at $7.
Zayn's got a recommendation in the chat.
Zayden, what is it, man? Give me anything. Time Zane. That's something to say.
He recommends a documentary on HBO Max, Milestone Generations. It details the history of the publishing group Milestone Comics.
No way, for real?
On HBO Max.
Oh my God, it'll probably be the first thing they get rid of. Just like every time a black man or woman gets killed in a horror show, a horror movie, they're the first one to get killed. So as Discovery Plus, making more, room for those lunatics, the Gaines. By the way, F you, Gaines, Joanna Gaines, and your goofy, creepy husband.
We have nothing to gain by watching.
There you go. That's fine. I'm fine with that pun.
I still hate it.
Yeah, it made me uncomfortable that I even admitted that I liked it.
Part of me died inside.
All right.
It's okay.
Okay, so now it's official, folks. It's official. Okay. All right, here we go.
Ooh, here we go.
So here's how we're gonna do. Every book, Iron Man book, from this point forward is $1. All right. So just to save time, I am going to say what its grade is, but I'm not going to say what it's priced at. Just know the prices range from like $1.75 to like $4. Okay.
If you want, I can do that WWE thing, like walk across the screen with a sign that says $1 occasionally.
Okay, let's think about that.
Okay.
The only way we'll do it though is you do have to dress up.
I got a bikini on.
Okay, all right. Actually, no joking. If you wear a bikini for one show, no. You're doing it for the lols. You're doing it for the art. Because if there's one thing that I can't let go when it comes to this show, despite the fact that everyone mocks me, I have this naive idea that somehow I can turn a claim sale live stream show into an actual work of art. Everyone tells me I'm a lunatic and it can't happen, but I'm convinced somehow.
Jason can wrestle Mike.
So if you show up in a bikini, we're getting close, man. We're getting close.
That formula's being sifted.
Yeah. All right. Now, I do have a lot of notes for these Iron Man books. So, actually, you know what?
Just throw them out.
Jason.
Yes.
You're gonna do me a big favor.
All right.
Okay. Will you, if I name off an issue number? Now, look at both pages because some of them are not in full order. If there is a note, will you let me know what that note is?
If you got a note, that's
yeah. Some of them don't have notes. Like I'm pretty sure these annuals don't, and what have you. But any that do, just let me, because we can get through this a lot faster. Aaron,
I'm a fine specimen.
Not only pay attention to the claims, let us know when Kyle needs a break. Yeah. Because I'm just burning through. I promised myself I'm getting through all these Iron Man comics.
Activate.
All right, here we go. So first up is What If number 8. That issue is What If Iron Man Lost the Armor Wars. That's a very fine. Annual number 6, newsstand. The Eternals show up in this issue. BG Plus. Iron Man Annual number 7, newsstand. Fine minus. A Goliath Berserk. Iron Man Annual number 8, guest starring X Factor with a really nice Walt Simonson cover. Good Plus. Again, these are all $1. Iron Man Annual number 9. He's back from Oblivion, Centurion. Also, the first appearance of Stratusfire. Fine minus. Annual 9. Part of the Atlantis Attack starts it. Part 1. Name more guest stars. Iron Man Annual number 10. VG. Now we're into the main series, Iron Man 151, with an appearance by Ant-Man, VG+. What's the note?
8's been claimed.
Oh.
McDonald first work on title, later become regular artist.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so this is the period, this artist who I'm not that familiar with, but, let me know, because he drew a lot of Iron Man comics. His name is Luke McDonald. He would become the main artist in a few issues. But, what are we looking for?
2 pumpkin head covers.
Okay, yeah, no problem, I got you. There's that one, and... Hold on.
Brendon, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I should give you a heads up for that one. I'm headed with you.
So Luke McDonald, this is his first Iron Man comic, but he would become the main artist in a few. But this is still like a Bob Layton, Terry Austin cover. So 151 VG+. Again, they're all a buck. Oh, this is one, right?
Has been claimed.
What is it?
The Iron Man annual.
9?
8 through 9.
Okay, you already got 8.
Oh,
then 9. Okay. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a note. Correct me. What's that?
151.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go. All right. First of all, this is issue 152. It's a newsstand edition. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is a VG, but I'm pretty sure this is the first appearance of Iron Man's stealth armor.
You're correct.
All right.
As well.
What's that? Oh, this one?
152.
Yeah, 152. There you go. All right. 153 newsstand. VG Plus. Iron Man fights the living laser. Unless Jason gives me another note.
That's the JR.
Oh, John Romita Jr. Right. Okay. So John Romita Jr. What again? If I had done the Iron Man books, the following show after I did all this research, I would have known it all. 5-6 weeks later, I've forgotten everything.
A little too late for it.
Yeah. 153. There you go. All right. All right, so issue 154, Iron Man versus the Unicorn. This is a mid-grade copy, a fine.
Also,
John Romita Jr.?
Yep.
Okay.
All
right.
3 of these.
Okay. Next up, 155, a newsstand edition. This is a VG. Iron Man fights a tank.
What? Sure.
Whatever. Iron Man 156, VG Plus, the Mauler Mandate.
First and cover appearance.
Oh,
said.
Okay, first appearance and first cover appearance of the aforementioned Mauler. All right, another newsstand. There's going to be a lot of newsstand editions in these Iron Mans. I'm just letting you know that. Iron Man 157, VG Plus, a newsstand. They came from outer space. Spores.
It's Paul Smith art and Fantastic Four and Diablo appear.
Oh, Fantastic Four and Diablo appear in there. And who did the art?
Paul Smith.
Paul Smith. Oh,
Very
of X-Men fame.
fantastic issue.
Nice. Was anything claimed? Because I'm seeing things pop up, and I'm
Oh,
not.
no. That was Kyle going through what I heard.
Okay, got it. Just making sure.
151 to 153.
Got it. Just making sure. I don't want to miss anything. All right, 158, another newsstand edition. Iron Man fights water again. This is a fine minus copy.
Stop being so wet.
Dude, there's so many covers where he's fighting water.
You would think someone named Iron and a robot would not want to fight water.
Yeah, you would think.
It'd be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hey, he has to oil his suit. So.
All right, here we go. You ready? Here's 159. Now, this one has Diablo and Fantastic Four in it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's another Paul Smith cover, newsstand edition. 159, VG Plus. What's that?
158, please.
Okay. I'm just going to put that right there.
Thank you.
Yep. So 159, there you go. Any notes other than what I said about 159?
Nope.
Okay. How about 160, where he fights the Serpent Society?
Steve Ditko and Tony gets... Oh, God. You wrote Tony gets drunk again. That's the note you wrote? Tony gets drunk again? Dude, seriously? Come on, dude.
Hey, I gotta entertain myself when I'm looking up a lot of...
Tony gets drunk again.
So this is...
Gonna get to a cover and just Tony,
all right, so we know what so this issue can be referred to as the Tony falls off the wagon issue. This is a VG Plus. There you go.
Tony gets drunk again.
I'm just saying, They don't call him invincible for his armor. He's got an invincible spleen.
Yeah, no, liver. Newsstand edition of issue 162, VG. There we go. All right, so that's issue 162. Oh, 163, first cover appearance of the Chessmen. Newsstand edition, VG Plus.
Something stink.
I hate how his.
So first appearance of Obadiah Stane, the character that Jeff Daniels played in the very first. So this is the beginning of the storyline where Stane International takes over Stark International, which is what leads Tony to fall off the wagon. That's part of the reason. All right.
The person that's like bothered by like the Iron Man suit's yellow parts. Is that just cloth? Like what is that?
What are you talking about?
Like, so his yellow parts of his outfit is like his arms and his
molded,
legs.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. How's that work?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. As a kid of the '80s, this is my preferred Iron Man armor.
Yeah.
Like I just because that was what the Secret Wars action figure looked like. He was just I don't know. That's my preferred armor. Like that's my nostalgia. All right, Jason, 164. Anything important?
Yes, first episode. Pepper Pot's son.
Wait, the first appearance of Pepper Pot's son?
His son. Yes.
Okay, a character that they ignored from that point forward, which is why it's even at a VG Plus, it's only $3. It's a newsstand though. But yeah, Buck.
That's news to me.
You've done that one.
Oh, I haven't.
Yes.
I'm sure that's
No, because there's 2 shows ago we were doing newsstands and you went, "That's news to me."
Did I really?
And I looked at Jason. And I just went, "This."
I really
Just
thought that'd
kid.
be a new one.
Just kid. You know what?
Ran boom right to the moon.
Every time you make a pun, you should write it down just to make sure you
I
don't.
was going to say, apparently I have to.
All right. Iron Man has a meltdown. Issue 165, newsstand, VG Plus. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Look, Tony's over the edge. Look at that bottle and that bloodshot eye. And James looking at him like, Tony, drunk again. Ugh. Issue 166, VG Plus. First full appearance of Obadiah Stane as Ironmonger. Thank you, Jason. All right, another newsstand edition, In the Clutches of Obadiah Stane, issue 167, VG Plus.
You know, it makes sense. In the movie, she did offer Loki a drink.
Yeah.
167, the note, as written, Tony's getting seriously drunk
165.
again. Uh-oh.
165.
Tony's getting seriously drunk again. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
This is really what you're writing? Oh, God.
Yeah. Hey, you know. Hey, I got to keep all this straight in my head, man. All right, next up is issue 168, newsstand. This is where Drunken Tony beats up Machine Man. This is a VG Plus. 171, another newsstand, but this guy has some water damage, so it's good.
Probably from all that water fight.
Actually, you know what? I'll give it to you, man. All right. That was law of threes. I made 2 fights water jokes, and this is the punchline. But this is where Iron Man fights the Wrecker. This is a good copy. So really, all you're saving is a quarter, but you know, they're all $1. All right, next up is 172 newsstand edition, and Captain America shows up. 172 VG Plus.
What a star-spangled guy.
173 VG Plus. This is where Stane takes over Stark. 174. A fine minus with lots of different armors on the cover. Nothing relevant? Nothing? Okay, all right. I trust you. I'm just trying. Yeah. 175. Iron Man got defeated by water. Yeah, look at that. VG Plus. All right. Oh, another newsstand edition. There we go. 176. VG minus? Yeah, VG minus. 176.
You want to grade that, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I graded all these. Another newsstand, issue 177. VG Plus. All right. Now we go on to our next chunk. Oh my God, we're not even close to being done Iron Man.
We're breaking 9 minutes, and then you can just.
All right.
round out the
Newsstand edition of issue 178, VG minus. Tony Stark's struggle. He's so drunk he likes to tear Iron Man posters away from children. Wait. Isn't something happen? Isn't there a note to this 178? Because there were these like young kids. Oh, first team appearance of the preteen versions of the Avengers. Yeah, preteen versions of the Avengers. It's these children who dress up like their favorite Avengers characters, and they pop up a lot. They first premiere in the Iron Man stuff. They pop up a bunch in like Marvel annuals. Yeah, no, the problem was I was doing so much at one time. I lost. Yeah.
You wrote them and then you.
Then I went back. Yeah. I apologize. I apologize. That's why I gave you all three, and I'm like kind of getting like, yeah. Sorry about that. So the first appearance of the preteen Avengers, a bunch of characters, a bunch of like 11-year-olds. They like to dress up like the Avengers characters. They showed up in a lot of backup stories in Avenger character annuals, like Iron Man, Captain America, the Avengers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Is there anything that like key that we missed?
172. Steve Rogers' father was an alcoholic.
Oh, I knew there was something about. Yes, this is the issue where
you looked at me like, "There's anything special about this?" I went, "No."
That's right. This is the issue where Steve admits to Tony that his father was an alcoholic who used to beat Steve and his mother.
Jeez. God dang! And that movie had none of that.
Well, Steve was already on his own.
All right, issue 179, newsstand, VG Plus. Issue 180, VG Plus. 181, newsstand. Now, James Rhodes is now. This is the first time that James Rhodes, as Iron Man, fights the Mandarin. During that period where the Mandarin was like, what would Magneto look like if he only wore a helmet, a cape, some underwear, and he was naked everywhere else?
So his name more costume.
Dude, it's like the stupidest costume. This is a fine minus.
And leads into Secret Wars.
Oh, here we go. This is a newsstand of issue 182, where the opening line is, in the morning, Tony Stark will be sober or dead. Dun, 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 dun.
181 has been 20.
VG minus. 181? There we go. That's 182. VG minus. Tony, gotta get sober. Here's 183, another newsstand edition. VG plus. There you go.
Jim strips all alien tech from his armor. Jim?
Oh, yeah, James. Yeah.
James Rhodes.
Okay.
And Bane Bowen's armor.
James Rhodes? Maybe my ratings. What was that, 183?
Jim
strips all the alien tech from his armor. Bare bones armor. Bare bones armor. Okay, so the issue that has all the Iron Mans on it?
Yeah.
That one there. So there you go. All right. Issue 184, VG Plus. 185, VG Plus. 186. Now, this is the first appearance of Vibro. First, is that it? 186. Yep. First appearance and first cover of Vibro.
The villain makes seismic vibrations to generate.
Would we happen to have the issue where
VG Plus
or appease his girlfriend?
Would we happen to have the issue where Cap lays some solid takedown for Tony?
What? Oh, that never happened.
That's not real?
Yeah, you made that up. You're
No,
crazy.
There's an actual panel where it says, you don't know what I'm talking about?
No, you made that up.
I definitely did it. This is a real panel.
You're a liar.
Because it used to mean something else.
Aaron, you're a liar.
No, I'm not. This is one time I
Lie.
He says it's time to lay some solid dick. That's all he said.
187. VG minus.
First set, the second Brothers Grimm.
Oh, first appearance of the second Brothers Grimm. That's right. Yeah, okay. The first Brothers Grimm were Spider-Woman villains, and later they would become villains. They would pop up a bunch. Oh, and the first cover appearance of those aforementioned Brothers Grimm. There you go. Issue 188, VG. No, it is not. Good pun. Oh, this is my favorite. Issue 189 of VG Plus. First appearance and first cover appearance of a character that you better believe is getting his own Disney Plus show in about DC's 10-year plan. The Termite. Yep, that's right.
Termite.
A guy thought, you know what, I got a great idea. I'm going to build a suit of armor and call myself the Termite.
189 has been claimed.
Oh, all right, there we go. Now that's... No, it's... Hey, no, if someone like my buddy Omar has a weird...
Oh, no, I got it before Omar.
Like, I don't even think he's there. Like, that is definitely like an Omar book. In fact, if he finds out that I sold that and I didn't give him first dibs, he's going to probably be pissed at me. Next, we have issue 190, newsstand edition. And if you're still not certain what the Termite looks like, don't worry. Iron Man is hitting him with a statue. Issue 190, that's a VG minus.
Do you think that that crime is still within the statute of limitation?
No.
That's all.
All right, now 191, I think is 191 have a key to it? It's a newsstand.
Which one? 191.
191. I think this is the issue where Tony decides that he's mad that he's not Iron Man anymore. So he goes and he gets his original armor. Then I must have it was one of those things where I was like, I'll remember. I got this. This is a fine minus. It's a buck. But yeah, so this is the issue where Tony gets back into his original armor for the very first time.
You knew you were going to hand it to me, be screwed. So you're like, I better freaking remember.
190? More Termite? So 191. So Tony's jealous of James being a better Iron Man than him. So he puts on the original armor, which leads to issue number 192, mid-grade, Iron Man versus Iron Man. You got it.
No, that's not how it goes.
Now, I think this has a key. 193? Does he quit West Coast Avengers?
He does.
All right, so this is the issue where Tony... Oh, wait. This is also the issue where they fight Godzilla.
Yes.
But they... Okay. So this issue is actually pretty funny. All right, so 193, this is a fine minus. All right, so not only does Tony quit the West Coast Avengers, Marvel had just lost the license to Godzilla, but they lost it before this book was published. And the writer, I guess whoever was writing at the time, I don't know, they were always planning for it to be Godzilla. So when right before this book was about to go to publication, they had to go and change its name. But if you read the issue, it's obviously Godzilla.
191.
All right, 191. All right, there we go. So yeah,
they call him Gojira.
Yeah, so this is the final appearance of Godzilla in a Marvel comic book when they legally were not allowed to call him Godzilla. There you go, 193.
191 through 193 is
No, I'm claiming 193. Tale of Towers.
Okay.
Oh, right, you're right.
All right.
Hey, you're writing paragraphs, so just write the claim.
So 192,
Sorry,
Mr. Towers, and 193 to Jason.
Duke last week. I'll give it to anyone else, but not you this week. I'm
All
sorry.
right. So 194, let me know if there's any keys. That's a newsstand edition as well. Iron Man number 194, newsstand, VG+. The new Iron Man is adrift in a strange dimension, and if two Iron Men aren't enough for you, we've also got Henry Pym, Hawkeye, Mockingbird, and a bizarre new villain. Oh, it was not bizarre.
Well, I mean, have you seen?
Oh wait, Duke didn't even get 192.
He didn't claim 192.
No, yeah, he did.
He did.
Well, he tried to 191 through 193.
Okay. All right. Issue 195. Iron Man teams up with Shaman to find the cure. Cure for what? I don't know. Gonorrhea? VG+.
No, the band. He's looking for the band.
Oh, the cure. That makes sense. All right, that makes sense. All right, cool. Issue 196. Neither of these two Jokers is the real Iron Man. I am. Whoever that is. Rich Buckler did this cover. VG.
So you got 93, right?
Yeah. Yep. Next up, a newsstand edition of issue 197. Secret Wars 2 tie-in and a really nice, simple John Byrne cover. Iron Man 197. VG+.
198. break.
Oh, it's break time? All right, so let's take a break, and when we get back, maybe we'll get through all the rest of the Iron Mans?
Fingers crossed.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
Get the inside scoop on everything happening at The Experience every week. Join our mailing list by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen and then watching your email inbox.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
All right, Iron Man, dollar books. Let's do it. Iron Man 198, The Origin of Obadiah Stane. Fine minus.
Sal Buscema.
Oh, Sal Buscema art as well. Thank you, Jason. 199, VG Plus. 201, fine.
Just fine.
Yeah, no, just fine. 202, guest appearance of Kazar. They're fighting the Fixer, who looks like a weird Cobra villain. VG Plus. Issue 203. One of these women wants to kill Iron Man. I'm pretty sure both of them do. VG Plus.
199 is playing.
All right. 204. The Choice. Fine.
202 has been claimed.
All right. 205. MODOK is dead, and he's still giving Iron Man a hard time. Make your weird, like, erection joke. VG.
They're changing that whole design, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I'm not super, but
I understand.
At least we got the cartoon where they
Penn
shy away.
Penn Oswalt is the man.
All right.
Sorry, I love him.
Next up is issue 206. That is a newsstand edition where Iron Man, Hawkeye, and Mockingbird fight Goliath. Mid-grade. What's that?
Gary Whitman's back.
Oh, Gary! What's up, buddy? Issue 207, newsstand, Good Plus. When the Sky Rains Fire. 208, Death of a Nation. Huh, that's topical. Fine minus.
Why do you say that, Brendon?
Nothing. I don't want to get us deplatformed. 209, fine minus. I think Kyle's like, I was like, oh shit, I have to do a 2.5 hour hours of this
I
jackass.
played that's a Werewolf by Night.
Oh, a Werewolf by Night. Oh yeah, because this is Iron Man is really known for fighting fantastical magical creatures like Morgana Le Fay. So I guess to give him more fantasy cred, they teamed him up with a werewolf.
What's his face?
Issue 210, VG Plus. 211, Living Laser's back.
Pew pew.
Mid-grade.
Pew pew.
Mr. Gary Wordman says worst business call ever. Big shout out to Batgirl canning my stuff.
Aw, sorry, Gary.
Sorry. It's gonna be back.
Don't worry.
This definitely comes back.
It's gonna get.
Because again, you had the initial rush of people laughing that it got canceled, and now you have all these people being like, "No, bring it back. We want it."
If anything,
maybe redo it, but
no, still want it.
No. You've already sunk $90 million into it.
And apparently it was only as good as the CW show.
212, fine minus.
Usually the marketing is twice the amount of money they use to
213, the reintroduction of Dominic Fortune, fine minus. Again, all these books are $1. They're all $1. Issue 214, Iron Man teams up with the second Spider-Woman, Jessica Carpenter, fine minus.
Is she a good Carpenter?
Issue 215, mid-grade.
She can climb on the ceilings.
That's actually.
Are there any notes or any keys of any of these? Nope. Okay. Issue 216, mid-grade. 217, newsstand, VG. What was claimed?
212.
212? There you go. So VG, newsstand, 217. Newsstand of 218, also the first appearance of Iron Man's deep sea armor. VG Plus. Iron Man 220, the second appearance of the Ghost. Mid-grade. 221, the defeat of the Ghost. Ghost busted. Oh, God.
Yes! 220 is also the death of Spy Master.
Oh, also the death of Spy Master. Thank you. See,
Yeah.
now I realize why. I had you reading that. 221, VG Plus, Ghost busted. Newsstand edition of issue 222, VG. Iron Man 223. I think this is the first appearance of somebody stupid.
Second Blizzard.
Oh, second Blizzard. There you go. First appearance of the second Blizzard. All right. Next up is issue 224, mid-grade copy. All right. Golly, so many Iron Mans. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. We're now in the Armor Wars storyline. So issue 226, VG Plus. Issue 227, VG Plus. Issue 228, VG Plus. This is where Cap and Captain America and Iron Man fight. They even call it Friends No More. Well, it's okay.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll just fight every
For
now
like
and
another
again.
15 years.
All right, a newsstand edition of Iron Man 229, mid-grade.
Death of Titanium Man.
Death of Titanium Man, shattered in Siberia.
Why did they put the? I hate this book.
Another newsstand edition of issue 230, VG.
First appearance of Firepower.
First appearance of Firepower.
Hey,
All
what
right.
name do you want? Firepower! Firepower! What year is it?
Iron Man 231, mid-grade. Oh, I love this issue. This was such a... All right, so Iron Man 232, it is the final part of the Armor Wars storyline. It's a fine minus, but more importantly, this entire issue is illustrated by one of the greatest comic book artists of all time, Barry Windsor Smith.
220
And
and 229.
220? Okay. 229 and 220. There you go. Right. Yeah, so 232, fully illustrated by 1980s. We're talking peak Barry Windsor Smith here. Iron Man 232. Right. Iron Man 233 with Ant-Man. Mid-grade. Iron Man 234. We're in the 90s now, so guess what? Spider-Man showed up. Fine plus.
Really crawled his way into that one. Huh?
Yeah, you got it. 235. Fine minus. Who is this mysterious Paul St. Pierre? I don't know. I see jackass. Probably never appeared ever again. 236. Iron Man fights the Grey Gargoyle. Another like favorite like D-list Marvel villain. Mid-grade. 237. Newsstand. VG plus.
234 has been claimed.
All right. Someone loves their Spider-Man. 238. Iron Man fights the Rhino in a fire? Bonfire? What the fuck? What's going on here? VG? Oh, guess what? He's back. The Ghost. Issue number 239. And this time the Ghost is out for blood because he wasn't out for blood before? I don't get it. VG.
Died horrible.
Yeah. Newsstand edition of issue number 240. VG.
I spelled bodies wrong, but it's just morning bodies.
Okay, what?
For the playlist?
242? No, I haven't gotten there yet.
For the playlist, I misspelled bodies.
Okay.
It's just normal.
Bodies. Got it. Issue 241, Newsstand, in the Grip of the Mandarin. VG plus. At this point, we are definitely in deep, like, if it's a newsstand, it's relevant. This is like, we're in like 1989, 1990 at this point. Iron Man 242. The Mandarin shows up in his new Cobra Commander armor.
And Tony gets shot and paralyzed.
Oh, this is the issue where Tony gets shot and paralyzed. Thank you.
He gets Charles Xavier.
Yep. Issue number 244. Fine minus.
New armor to allow Tony to walk again.
Ah, he gets
Tony
arm.
got shot 2 issues later. Yeah. Man, he can walk. He's good.
He can walk.
Wow. Give that kind of feel. They're really just going to do a whole X-Men storyline.
245. VG plus.
My spine. I'm good. Oh, God. Things that affect millions of people. Nah, I'm fine.
Wait, didn't
they end up doing that to Rudy in the MCU?
Yes.
Giving him the Rudy?
246. Newsstand edition. VG.
243 has been claimed.
243. All right.
And it all.
We don't have a 243.
We're not?
No, we have 242 and 244.
No, 243.
Sorry. 242 and 244. So sorry if you were looking for 243. We are missing that issue.
Paralyzation storyline.
Oh, my back. Wait, just 242 is where he gets paralyzed. Right. All right, did the newsstand 246 VG. 247 VG plus. Grey Hulk shows up. There you go. Going after the Magia.
Justin Hammer was way more dangerous than the Mandarin was to Iron Man.
I believe that. Newsstand edition of 248. Freedom? Question mark. What's the question? Freedom? VG.
Humans were meant to
now we're in the 249 newsstand edition. This is where Iron Man teams up with Dr. Doom to go back to King Arthur era. Iron Man 249 VG. Following it up with the Axe of Vengeance. This is issue 250, the famous story of Iron Man, Dr. Doom double teaming Merlin. Like OnlyFans double team. Yeah, you got it. Mid-grade.
245 is played.
245.
You got it there. You can't see. Where's the gangbang one?
This one right here. Oh, I didn't say anything about a gangbang.
What's the gang as long as
I just said they like join forces to tag team. Axe of Vengeance 251. The Wrecker shows up to mess up Iron Man. Mid-grade.
I have so many Iron Man shoes.
252. Is this the first appearance of Chemist? No, I didn't read anything. It doesn't matter. VG.
Nothing matters. We're all gonna die.
253. There you go.
It's a Gene art.
Fine. Gene Colan?
Yep.
Oh, Gene Colan does the art. Cool. All right. Fine plus 253. Again, these are all $1, all $1. Oh, this is a great issue. It's a newsstand issue. This is where Iron Man fights Santa Claus. Ho ho homicide.
That book people actually like buying.
Mid-grade.
Whoa, why did Santa have Attack 9? What?
That's the 80s.
That is.
255. 255, mid-grade, 250.
That's the first half of 6 Crimson Dynamo.
Oh, it's the first appearance of.
Santa Claus one? I want that.
What is it, like the 4th Crimson Dynamo or
Can I
something?
get the Santa Claus one?
Yeah,
Sure.
The 6th. The 6th Crimson Dynamo. Okay. All right, 256. BG plus.
Oh no, Gary claimed it. That's okay.
Yeah, give it to Gary.
I was actually
Customers, we are low on the totem pole.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Customers are always, you know.
I wanted it for the meme mostly.
Okay, all right. 257. VF plus. And the beginning of Armor Wars 2, written by John Byrne, illustrated by John Romita Jr. Issue 258, mid-grade. Again, these are all $1.
You know.
All right. Oh, we're so close, guys. So
I'll buy
close.
that for $1.
You know, somebody said the same thing to me a long time ago.
Newsstand edition of issue 259, Fine Plus. Still part of the Armor Wars 2 for a while, for a bit now. Newsstand of 260, Living Laser returns, mid-grade.
Guess he has some laser focus.
261, newsstand, VG plus. 262,
Brendon, the good news
VG
is
plus.
the
Yes?
Santa versus Iron Man
Uh-huh.
is going to Dave Proc
Roach, yeah.
for his famous Christmas comic collection.
Oh, awesome. Yo, Gary, that is a good pickup. Dave is going to love that. Anyone who doesn't know, check out on Instagram at Dave Proch, P-R-C-H. He is a brilliant artist. I cannot recommend his stuff enough. The paintings he does of different comic characters, but more importantly, the paintings he does of different hip-hop artists. I've watched that dude's art grow for 20 years now, and he's, in my opinion, he has grown into a true artist, and I love his work. And I cannot recommend Dave Proch enough. Gary's got a bunch of awesome original art from him. Gary, do you have a piece where it's like Galactus fighting a bunch of different characters and stuff? Every time Gary shows an original Dave Proch piece he got, I'm always a bit envious. Yeah. All right, 263, newsstand edition. Still fighting Living Laser, but don't worry, Wonder Man shows up with a shield. Why does Wonder Man need a shield? He's invulnerable.
I mean, you know, he has. Okay.
VG plus.
If Wonder Woman can have a shield, then Wonder Man.
But Wonder Woman has an Amazonian warrior background. Wonder Man has a Hollywood B-list actor background. One constitutes having a shield symbolically. The other one doesn't have a large bulge when he wears a bathing suit in the Savage Land when they're taking photos for a swimsuit issue.
Hollywood is a cutthroat business. You need protection.
264, VG plus.
It's true. Ask anyone that works with I can't remember his name, so it's not fun.
265, newsstand edition. We're still in the Armor Wars 2 with John Romita Jr. VG plus.
Kevin Spacey.
266, newsstand edition. Armor Wars 2 is still continuing. VG. And that is the end of Armor Wars Tour because now we are on to Iron Man 267, newsstand edition, VG.
11 minutes, go on.
All right, no, I'm going to get through these. I'm going to get through these. 268, mid-grade. 269, mid-grade. 270, VG+. 271, Fighting Fin Fang Foom, mid-grade. Newsstand edition of 272, VG+.
Origin of the Mandarin.
Yes. 273, VG+. Newsstand edition of 274, VG-. Oh, God, we're so close. All right, here we go. Guys, this is it. This is the last section. I'm going to burn through these. Are there any notes past 275?
278.
Is that the only one? All right, so.
281, 283, 4.
Oh, shit. Okay, so get ready. We're gonna. Here, let me just read so you can pay attention.
No,
It's just easier. Okay, well, I feel bad. 275, mid-grade. 276 newsstand, mid-grade, Black Widow shows up. 277 VG Plus. 278 newsstand, mid-grade, first appearance of Shatterax, a great dubstep DJ, and the debut of the Space Armor Model 2.
271 and then claimed.
268 and 271.
Yeah. Oh my God, they just confirmed.
All right, do me a favor, because I'm gonna burn through these. So.
Oh, you want to pick them up?
Yeah, so just come over here and pick them up. So.
268 to 71. I got it.
268. And then they're probably all like, they're all in there. Yeah. So
also, they just announced a new X-Men movie that's in production.
Like for the MCU?
Yeah, it's called The Mutants. That's it.
Okay, interesting. Issue 279, newsstand.
Jason.
Mid-grade.
272.
280, mid-grade. All right, now this one has a little bit of value. This is 281. This is the first cameo appearance of the War Machine armor and the first team appearance of the Masters of Silence. Now, 282 is the big one. We don't have that anymore. But we have 283, the second appearance of the War Machine armor. That's a mid-grade. 284, mid-grade, first cameo appearance of Jim Rhodes as War Machine and the quote-unquote death of Tony Stark. 285, mid-grade, newsstand. 286, newsstand, VG Plus, War Machine versus the West Coast Avengers. 287, first appearance of Atom Smasher, mid-grade. 288, it's the 90s, gimmick cover, fine minus. 289, fights the living laser again, VG Plus. 290, first appearance of some new armor I can't remember the name of, mid-grade. 291, newsstand edition, the first team-up between Iron Man and War Machine.
You have to spin this stack.
Yeah, just take that whole stack. Just take it, and then whatever you need, just pull out of it. 292, mid-grade. Oh, okay. So we're officially done the Iron Mans. Yay! But these last ones are part of Jim Rhodes as War Machine, his ongoing series. We sold issue 1 earlier in the show. So once again, these are all about like $1.50 to like $2 something. So again, these are all $1. Okay. So here we go. War Machine number 2. He fights Cable. War Machine number 3. He just shoots people. War Machine number 4. He doesn't like his armor, so he gets an M60 or something. I don't know. War Machine number 5. First appearance of Death Toll. War Machine number 6. Crushing Skulls. That sounds like a fun little album title. Oh, these are all like mid-grades. Yeah. Issue number 7. War Machine teams up with Hawkeye.
Skulls of the Fall.
Issue number 8, War Machine and Iron Man fight again, mid-grade. And last but not least, taking on the Mandarin's killer hordes alongside Sentry, starring Force Works, and one of the goofiest looking armor templates. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Issue number 9, VG Plus. Again, War Machine is wearing his armor under all this like rusty 1930s looking football gear.
Because of reasons.
Boom. We did it, guys. Woo! We did it. 5 minutes left. We did it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! That time.
All right. God, we all stink. Ugh, it is hot. We're a bunch of grown men smelling like onions.
Muggy.
Body odor. I already didn't finish my hot dog yet. I got to go back over and get that.
You didn't finish your glizzy?
No, because I didn't have enough outfits. No. All right, so yes, thank you, Kyle. We're about to give away our Mad Balls vs. Garbage Pail Kids Ash Can edition of number 1. So we're going to let's watch the little AI do its job. All right. And this is going to Mr. Towers. All right. All right. None other than the hot fire dropping Mr. Towers. Always dropping hot flames. Okay, so we did it, folks. We got a couple more minutes left, so anyone who's still watching, if we haven't gotten a song suggestion from you, this is the last moment. How many songs did we get this week?
Not counting mine.
Okay, that's not
A decent LP.
And you, did you get one?
Yeah, I got one in.
You got one in? Okay, all right, just making sure. Kyle, did you get one in? All right, just making sure everyone got one in. Don't worry. Just in case anyone doesn't know, all these mixes have to be at least 13 songs. So anytime they come under 13, Roland gets really excited because he's.
I just wrote the last.
No, can't. No. Roland,
Dude, get something in.
Okay, Duke, come on, man. We need a song from you. If you're still watching, dude.
He is.
All right, man. Duke, we need a song, okay? And again,
That's a good song.
don't overthink it. You know, just either a song you love, a song you want to share, a song you've been listening to the past few days, a new album, an artist you want to get more people to listen to. Maybe you're feeling really hot lately and you want a song that expresses your discomfort. You know, sky's the limits. You know, literally, you could pick the Biggie song, "Sky's the Limit." You know. All right, so while we do that, I just want to once again thank everybody for hanging out with us. Again, like I mentioned on the local show, I'll mention it here for anyone who maybe missed it. In the next few weeks, Kyle and I have to still work some things out, but Fat Jacks, we are going to go exclusive to the experience. We're not going to do the Facebook thing anymore, but timing-wise, it's going to be pretty much relatively the same. So we'll start at 4:30 like we normally do, but it'll be on the experience, and we're going to go until about 7 o'clock. So we're going to do a solid 2.5 hours with one show where I don't have to stop and start like a lunatic. But again, we'll have more details for everybody in the coming weeks as Kyle and I kind of flesh out what we're doing going forward. But I feel comfortable letting everybody know that we are doing that either by so that new schedule will be probably like the end of August, beginning of September, depending on how some scheduling things work out, because the experience sounds like they're about to expand, get some new shows on the experience and everything like that, some new blood in there. I hope they're all ready to deal with the ugly stepchild of the experience, that's for sure.
Be interesting though.
Yeah, so I hope they're ready. Because somebody can't keep his mouth shut. or if anything, Kyle's lucky Al isn't around anymore, who's the great, let me egg Brendon on.
Well, but also he reins you in where I don't.
That is true. That is actually also another good point. Yeah. Okay, so I guess no last on the music.
Oh, I did.
Okay, I guess Duke's not. You know, it's all good. It's all good.
Duke's we'll let him in next time.
Nah, it's fine. Okay, so it's officially, we're done. It's time. We got a heart out. Oh, something just popped up. Was that somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it. Last minute. Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right. With that said, we'll be back next week. Same thing. We'll be on the Facebook page at 4:30 to 5:45, and then on the experience from 6 to 8. Trust me, we will let you know when the schedule is going to change. Again, I want you to be able to find us. But more importantly, look forward to next week, because I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, but we're going to be we'll be dropping Volume 6 of the Latchkey Manifesto, and we're going to be starting the creation of Volume 7. So with that said, Aaron and Jason, you have anything to say before you want to go?
I do not. I got nothing.
Okay.
Grass, skate grass.
All right, there you go. Take care, everyone. Be well. Have a wonderful week.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.